Hello and welcome back to another video. This is Battle Flip Shot on the Neo Geo AES, and I've actually got the audio in sync with the video feed of me today, so it will be slightly out of sync with the actual gameplay. Not that really matters, but hope everyone's got the chance to break up for work now. Probably take a few days off for the Christmas celebrations. I've certainly got quite a bit of time off, so I'll probably be playing a number of games, I should imagine. Well, I don't know too much about this game other than there's a sequel and I'm terrible at both. But an exceptionally good two-player game. You know, it's like Pong. It's like Pong on steroids, isn't it? Really. Every character's got unique abilities and special attacks, and I believe you build up a meter. Or was that the sequel? Could be getting confused. I believe you've got a special attack you can build up, or perhaps not in this one. I think just A to do the special attack. So I've seen a number of people making like collection gold videos and stuff for next year, etc, etc. I'll probably say the same as I do every year, but hopefully I'm not going to buy too many games and try and spend money on other stuff. Start to do my house up a little bit, just have a new front door and a few new windows. So, also bought myself a new car this year, not brand new, but new to me. I had a new mattress. That wasn't exactly cheap. You know, can't put a price on a good night's sleep. I'm hoping next year to get myself a really nice guitar and perhaps go on a holiday a little bit out of my comfort zone. We'll see. I've certainly been looking into some of those kind of things. We'll see what happens. Alternatively, I might just fit a new bathroom and kitchen. Mainly because to me it's cheap to do, because I can do the majority of the work myself. So there you go, I've actually managed to win a round there, unbelievable, or rather a match. Do not call me a monkey, which you probably can't see because I'm in the way here. But what else was I going to talk about? I actually had an accident in the game room. It was last Friday, pretty severe, and I actually was messing around, attempted to make a gameplay video, and whilst playing around in the camera I actually ended up spilling a pint of beer. Unfortunately, it went straight over my Sega Dreamcast arcade stick and straight over my Sega Virtual stick for the Saturn. So, as you can imagine, I was a little bit distraught. So I didn't make a video on it. I spent about, 2 hours taking the joysticks apart, making sure they were completely dry. I obviously couldn't remove the buttons because of the way they're soldered to a PCB on the arcade sticks, but pretty much everything I could undo, I did undo, and managed to remove the vast majority of it with little staining. It was only then I discovered that in some sort of freak incident, some of the real ale had actually got into the old Oak Games cupboard. So I believe it was 5 Mega Drive games were actually somewhat soaked with beer. So at that point I was even more distraught, so instead of panicking and removing the inserts from the boxes and potentially causing some degree of damage, I just sort of opened them up a bit and left them by the radiator for a few minutes so that it dried out a little bit, and then I very carefully removed the inserts, allowed them to dry a little bit more, and miraculously the damage is minimal. It's kind of a lesson learned, and I was extremely lucky because it was 5 pretty much inexpensive titles, and at least 2 of them already had some degree of water damage, or as Craig Minx 36 said to me, I was talking to him the other day, potentially beer damage as well. I had one game in particular, Ghouls and Ghosts on the Mega Drive, had really bad water damage in my Japanese version. I'll say really bad, it's been soaked and then dried out. You can only really tell if you look on the back of it, it's a little bit crinkled. But that was one of the games that received a little bit of water damage, but it's not the end of the world to me because I've bought my games for me. As far as I'm concerned, unless I get to a point where financially I need the money, the games are here to stay now. So yeah, word of warning about alcohol in the game room. Even more annoyingly, it was only the first beer of the night, so it wasn't like I was, you know, drunk or anything like that. It was literally a freak incident. Ooh, I'm actually playing pretty well for me. It says. And this music, it's reminiscent of something. I don't know what it is. I've heard it before somewhere. Not sure if you can actually pick it up that well. Oh, pulled something off then. So I've got a few things coming next year, hopefully. They actually, you know, come out. And I've got Patreon, which is like the Mega Drive brawler that they teased about 5 years ago. And I think there's been some delays yet again. Promises to be pretty good, somewhat between Final Fight and Streets of Rage. And I've got the NG Dev Team Krautbuster coming, which I paid for and pre-ordered. Probably, I think it was this year actually. I think it was early on this year, and I only really took the plunge because I didn't buy Gunlord, and then lo and behold, a few months later they reissued Gunlord on the AES. So I was very tempted to buy that, but I didn't because I just thought, nah, I don't want too many, you know, £300 games in the room. In my eyes, it's unnecessary because there's plenty of reasonably priced games that are arguably as good to play anyway. So, you know, there's no need to go over the odds unless you really need to. So that's pretty much it. I've bought a lot of Dreamcast games over the last couple of years. Pretty much got every title I want. I actually bought one on eBay the other day, which could possibly be an absolute bargain if it transpires to arrive and to be real. But we'll wait and see. But as you can see, pretty much full up here. The cupboard over there, the Mega Drive collection, the same as ever really, minus a few I got rid of just so everything fitted in. And I think the only other thing is, actually I'll show you now. I asked on Galaxy Sega if anyone could make me a sticker for the cartridge for my Grindstone. It's actually original artwork. I got it off Ian Wilson years and years ago. But the cartridge was just, you know, plain like that. That someone, I can't remember the guy's name now, which is ridiculous. I should have prepared better. Has made me a label for it. Unfortunately, it's not a sticker. I thought it was a sticker. I've been trying to unpeel it, but it's not. So when I get back to work, I'll get some proper glue on it and stick it on here. But it is perfect, and massive thanks to that, to that. Don't know why I'm speaking in that manner. But that's it for now. If I don't see you before, have a nice Christmas. Although I am planning on making a few gameplay videos and getting stuck into a few of the titles that I've not really had time for this year. So that's it for now. Take care and catch you soon.